Hello everyone. I am Kathy from Kathy Creates, where I try to inspire you to create. And I want to say hello to everyone at the Craft Around the Clock world right now. This is my very first live on Craft Around the Clock, and I am so excited to see you all and bring this craft to you. So let's get started. I'm just bringing it up over here on my computer so that I can see your comments and see what's going on. Okay, so here is what we're going to do today. We are going to paint, hey Tracy, we're going to paint, I already painted this board white. It's just a 1x10. I had my husband cut it down to size for me. Hello everyone. Hello Dorothy. Hello Tanya. So happy to see you guys here today. Hello Karen. We're going to paint this buffalo plaid. I know that scares a lot of people. It's very easy to do. There's a few simple steps you have to do. So the first thing is paint it white. So the base coat is already painted white. You didn't need to watch me paint white. Then I'm going to use this 1-inch painter's tape. Okay? And I'm going to take a couple of little pieces, and these are going to be our spacers. All right? So we're just going to set those over here on the edge of my table. Then I'm going to take a piece, and I'm going to go all the way across the very top, lining it up. All right, and we're going to make sure that's pressed down really well. Good morning, Karen. It's afternoon here, but you must be more on the West Coast. And then I'm going to put my little spacers that we pulled off. We're going to put those right below. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have the first row that's going across the top. Then we have our little spacers. Now we're going to put another row right below it. And of course, you can do this with any color. I've actually done some in the pinks and the reds, and it's really pretty. I did a heart and Valentine's, and I did it with the pink and the red, and it was really pretty. And I've done it with some Easter colors, and it's really pretty. You don't have to just do the black and white. We're doing black and white because, as you can tell, I love my black and white. And I thought, what a better way to introduce the Craft Around the Clock folks to me than to be myself and do my buffalo plaid, because that is what I like to do. All right, so then we're just going to keep on going down the board just like this. We're going to keep moving our little spacers down. That way we have nice even rows and everything stays nice and straight. We're just going to keep on going. So we are in Ohio. We're supposed to be spring. Hello, Rebecca. Thanks for hopping on. South Carolina, Lost Trail. Okay. Yep, I get that. I get that. Now, if you see someone commenting as Kathy Creates, that's my mom. She helps me run the admin side of things on this. Hi, Vicki. Thanks for joining. So if I don't see your comment, sometimes she can jump in and help me out there and, you know, answer your questions. She usually knows where I got all my stuff and you know what I do. Okay, so we're going to hold these off to the side because we're going to use them again. Newbie from North Carolina, welcome, welcome. Make sure you are following me as well as the group and commenting, because I do Happy Mail. And the way you get entered into Happy Mail is when you comment. I have timers set at predetermined times during my lives. And when the timer goes off, the first person's name I see in the comments gets entered into Happy Mail. Okay? So you want to be commenting, and that way I can bless you all with a little bit of Happy Mail. And I do that once a month. All right, so now we're just going to paint all these white lines gray. You always want to go with your next lightest color. So if you're not doing the black and white, you want to go, you know, if you're doing like the pink and the red, you would do the pink. You always do your lightest color first. Okay. And we're just slapping this on. Now, the painter's tape might pull up a little bit of the white, And something else you're going to learn about me is I like the distressed look, so I'm perfectly okay with that. If you wanted it to not, you could go to the length of, you know, putting like a polyurethane or something over in between your coats. I don't do that because I don't care. If it pulls up a little of it and it looks distressed, all the better for me. I like it. That's kind of my jam. Now I am going to be somewhat careful down here because I don't really want to get this all over the side of my board. So I'm going to put a little paint on a plate over here instead of just squirting it. And we are going to, I'm going to go away from the edge, or towards the edge I should say. And that way, hopefully I don't get too much on the edge of my board. I want to keep that kind of clean. I mean, you could wrap this if you wanted to. You know, you could tape it off. You don't really need to, as long as you're somewhat conscious of it. All right, so this is what we've got so far. So we have the blue tape and a bunch of gray lines. Hi, Sherry. Hi, is it Deline? Thank you so much for joining us. And there's my mama commenting, welcome to all the newbies. All right, so I am going to take the heat gun real quick because I want to get this dry pretty fast. Because I'll be real honest, I'm not too worried about the live part of, you know, this being my first live on Craft Around the Clock. My nervousness is coming in and getting everything done in the 45 minutes that I have. Usually I do, but sometimes they take a little longer. All right, so we're going to peel these up, but we're going to hold on to these. These aren't going in the garbage. We're going to just hang them off the side of my table because I'm going to use those again. So I'm just going to attach them to the side of my table. All right. So this is what we have now. We have the white and the gray. Okay. Now we're going to go the opposite way, but let's make sure that gray is dry. I didn't want to melt my tape. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm not so nervous about that. That part I'm not nervous about. It's the time constraint that's got me a little nervous, but we're going to do our best here. We're still doing fine on time. All right, I think we're good and dry. And again, if this pulls off a little, I don't care. I'm okay with that. All right, so now we are going to go the other direction. We're going to do the exact same process the other direction. So we're going to start up here at the top, and that one is not long enough. Let's try that again. There we go. And we're going to start up here at the top and line up our edge. First one's the most important, because the rest of it all goes on that. So you want to make sure that that one is straight. And then we're just going to continue on down. So we're doing the exact same thing that we did before, and we're just going to keep on going, doing the same thing. They are perfect, and it's so easy to get them perfect with this painter's tape. Now see, it's starting to pull up. I'll show you here in a second, but I like that look. Again, if you really wanted it to be precise and not have the distressed look where it's, you know, this is pulling up some of the paint, I'll show you here in a second. So see down here, you can see right there where it pulled some of the paint off when I pulled that painter's tape up. I'm okay with that. Again, I like that distressed look. If you don't want that, you would have to let it dry a little longer. And you could put a coat of like a polyurethane, just like a spray thing of polyurethane. Oops, I pulled up the wrong one. Over the top of it. And then you wouldn't get that. I like it, so I'm cool with it. Usually I always have a sanding block, and I do, on my table because I distress everything. So, to me, it's perfect. This board is, I think, it's a 1x10, and I believe it is, you know, 1x10s are actually 9 inches. Why they call them 1x10s, I don't know. And I think it's by about a foot. Let me see. Yes, it's almost exactly a foot. And then I'm going to show you what we have in our wood shop that I had Bob cut for me. We have some adorable little bumblebees that are on our website. I've tagged those at the top. We're going to use those, and then I had him cut me some words too. So if you don't have access to, you know, the words, or, you know, even the bees for that matter, you could always use like the scrapbook ones, you know, letters, or and I'm sure they have bees and stuff too in the scrapbook sections. So, you know, there's other options out there. And this is really just a scrap piece of wood that we had in the garage. So they're actually kind of my favorite things to craft with, or the scrap wood. Yes, and Mom just tagged my website again down below. So it's right there in the comments for you. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing here. And let's see, who was the last comment? Because my happy mail is going off here. Let me scroll up here a second. It looks like it is Rebecca. Rebecca, if I can get there. Yeah, Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca's in the drawing for happy mail. My watch is going nuts. All right, let's turn that off. All right, so that is the first timer. So now we're going back the other direction with the same color paint. So it's still the gray, and we're just going to go across the same way. My brush already has a lot in it, so I don't need a ton more paint. You're welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Almost done with this part. Now this part, you do not take the tape up. And I'll show you why here in a second. All right, so that is painted. Just getting rid of some of my big blops. So we want this to dry pretty evenly. Okay, so we're done with the gray. Let me get the heat gun out again. Whoops, it fell. There we go. Make sure you continue to comment so we can continue with happy mail. There we go. Hi, Janice. Thank you so much for hopping over. She's one of my followers. I'm going to try to dry this quickly. Sorry for the noise. Now this is a little bit quieter. Hi, Christine. This is a little bit quieter than my hairdryer used to be that I used to use. I sneak watching at work. The gray is pewter gray, apple barrel. And then it's just black and white. And I used the white apple barrel, and the black is going to be the Anita's black. Alright, I think we're almost dry here. Alright, so now this is going to be tricky for you guys to see, but I'm hoping that you can. Alright, so you can kind of see where the other stripes are darker. You can see like right here is a darker one, here's where it's lighter. We're going to put that tape that I peeled off the first time going down right back over these light sections where it was before. Okay, that is the key. If you don't put it back where it was, if you put it over the darker stripes, you're going to end up with a checkerboard. To get the buffalo plaid, you need to put it over where it's light. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate that. So on this one, you just got to kind of line it back up. You can see through it and see where it's lighter. It's a little tricky, but you can see it. That is the key to painting buffalo plaid. All right, let's find those. Okay, so there's no reason to use new tape for that. This will work just fine. And you just gotta find your spot. Ooh, this one's tough. Okay, I think it's right there. And right there. Is that right? Yep, right there. And this one's still a little wet right there, so I'm getting gray paint all over me. But are you even crafting if you're not covered in paint? I don't think so. That's me. I end up covered in paint. Thank goodness one of my followers told me the trick to get paint out of my shirt, because I got paint on my shirt the other night. But it came out. So the trick was 2 cups of cold water to a, I think, was it a tablespoon? Something's not right here. Oh, there we go. Okay. A or 2 tablespoons maybe of Dawn dish soap and a sponge, and it came right out. And I had blue chalk paint down the front of my shirt. I dropped the paintbrush and it went all over me. So yeah, that worked. There's my Cheryl. Hello. All right, so now we're just gonna go back in and paint all of the little squares. Let me show you what it looks like. So in between all of the paint, we're going to paint that, or in between the squares of the tape. All right, so we're just going to go in and paint this. And again, on these sides, I'm going to go away from or towards the edge so that it doesn't get on the side of my board. Then we'll see the magic. Once we peel this tape, you'll see the magic of buffalo plaid. Yep, same. Oh, good. I'm glad we're helping you guys out. You just never know. You know, what little tidbit each crafter is going to share with you. I mean, let's be real, crafts are crafts, and we all probably do this similar projects over the course of time. But we all have our own little tricks and tips that, you know, make things easier, so it's fun. I know I've learned some tricks from other crafters that I use all the time now. That's what's great about the crafting community. It's Mom. Mom is the one that is manning the Kathy Creates comments right now. Tell you, my mom is my biggest supporter. Couldn't do some of this stuff without her. All right, we are getting there. We're almost done. We have one more row to do. And then our buffalo plaid will be painted. All right, here we go. 2 more. And we're going to hit it quick with the heat gun just to kind of set these. So when we peel the tape off, we're not, if it touches, it's not going to get everything all messy. You know I love my buffalo plaid. That's what I said when I joined the Craft Around the Clock. To introduce myself, I knew I had to do buffalo plaid because, as you know, I wear this little shirt all the time to craft in. And because this room is actually kind of chilly, and it's a nice warm shirt. So I wear it all the time to craft. And y'all know I love it. I mean, if you look, I'm sure I've got buffalo plaid. Yeah, there's some over there and up there, and there's buffalo plaid everywhere. My whole home is buffalo plaid. Okay, so here comes the magic. We're going to start peeling. And as I said, it's peeling off some of the paint, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I actually love it. And there you have it. We have a perfectly painted buffalo plaid board. And now you can see the distressed. You can see our distressed on here. And again, I love it. So if you don't want the distressed, you can always go back and, you know, put a coat of like a polyurethane or something in between. Okay. Angela, you just got a Happy Mail entry. Angela, let me go back up here and get your last name. Angela, where'd you go, Angela? There you are. Angela Swain. Okay, ladies, we gotta hurry now. We've only got, oh no, we've still got time. We're good. I was thinking my time was up at 12:45, but it's not until 1, so we're good. We've got plenty of time. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. Let's set that over here. Now the next thing we're going to do, so we have, I'm going to show you them complete. We have these cute little bumblebees on our website. Okay, they're adorable. So we're going to paint those. We're going to use a small one and a big one. So I need a small body. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. I need this. So we're going to paint these. So to paint these, you're going to paint the backside yellow, and then you're going to paint this piece black, and then it goes over the top of it just like that. Okay? We're going to paint those. And then we have the words, be happy. So we have, and of course the B is B-E-E. Oh, thank you so much. Whoops, let me get my B right. There we go. We have the B and then the happy. Okay, so we're going to paint these yellow, and we're going to paint the backs of our B's yellow. So we're going to put a piece of paper under here, or tissue. I'm going to paint these up real quick. Now, easiest way to paint, these are all laser cut from our shop. The easiest way to paint laser cut items, because they already have that nice dark edge, so you don't really need to paint the back of that. Yes, these are on the B's are on our site. If you guys want the words, I can put that on our site too. They're not on there yet, but I certainly can put those on. So the easiest way to paint laser products is to use one of these little sponges. Okay, it's just a little makeup sponge. I get them at the Dollar Tree. You can reuse them. As you see, this one's been used. It's icky. And then I just kind of load it up with paint. Bring this back so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of loading it up, but I'm tapping off quite a bit of it because I don't want a lot of runoff on it. Okay, and then just go over your surface, up and down. Don't wipe, just tap up and down. Okay, and then we have a yellow little painted bee. We're going to do the same thing here. And I don't really have to do the antennas because the antennas are black and they have another piece that's going to go over them, so they don't need to be yellow. We just need the body yellow. These dry very quickly. These are made of MDF. So it dries very quickly because you're really not putting much paint on them. And we're going to do the same thing with the word. Because I want these to stand out. I don't want them to blend in. So, you know, you can paint these black or white, but then they wouldn't stand out on that buffalo plaid. I am in Ohio. I don't have an actual storefront. I do have 2 stores that sell our products, and then we have our website. So if you're local, we are in, I have a storefront. Well, I don't have a storefront, but we have our products in a store. It's called Unvaulted Treasures, and that is in Lucky, Ohio. That is the town that I live in. It's a very small little, it's actually a village. We used to have a stoplight. We don't even have a stoplight anymore. A semi truck came through, took it out, and they never replaced it because they said it didn't warrant it with the traffic. So yeah, that's how tiny my town is. Anyways, so we have our products are at Unvaulted Treasures, and then they're also at a store up in Sylvania, Ohio, called Handmade Means Love. So if you're local, you can certainly check them out up there at either location. If you're not local, then hit up our website. Everything on our website is free shipping, or, you know, the shipping is included in the cost, so there's no additional charge for shipping. And I know I'm missing a ton of comments, guys. I'm trying to hurry to get this done in time, so I will go back and respond to all the comments. So I do apologize for missing so many comments. Okay, I think we've got this pretty well painted. All right, so we have those painted, so we can set those aside. Let them dry. They'll dry very, very quickly. And then we're going to paint the tops of our bees. And if there's anything you guys would like to see, yes, I know, Deborah, it's going to be gorgeous on there. If there's anything you guys would like to see in our shop, by all means, certainly let me know, because we can cut anything. We have a laser, and you know, we can cut anything. We've got a few craft kits. Mostly it's our signs. I don't know if you can see it. Like, that's one of our signs that's on the website. There's several, but we're certainly open to suggestions for anything else you guys would like to see. Okay, so there. I think we are all painted. We're going to set that aside. Look how cute these are. Let me put them behind something. Aren't those darling? Okay, so the way that these work, let me dry these real quick. These will just take a second. Thank you so much, Janice. If you touch Kathy's face, what does it? I don't know where you went. You guys want my camera down a little? Okay, I can do that. There we go. Is that better? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our bees together. So all of ours have, there's an adhesive back on them. So all you got to do is peel that off. You just peel it off just like that. And then you just stick them together. Now I will warn you, you got one shot, one and done. They will stick. You will not be able to get them apart without breaking them. Okay? So we're going to do the same with our bigger bee. Yes, the adhesive is great. There's no glue needed. No glue at all. Just makes things so much easier, so much cleaner, because the glue can get kind of messy. Is that my hair? No. Okay, it's the sign. I'm like, My hair's sticking straight out on the side. All right. Get this one put together. Okay, so now I am going to go through and touch these up a little bit, just because if you can see that, you can see the yellow from the bottom layer. So I'm just going to go around real quick with a tiny brush and paint the black all the way around, just because I'm picky and I like it to be a little tidier. This just takes a second to do. We've got time. Yep, we're good. We got 15 minutes to put this together, and we're going to put a bow on it. You know me and my bows, guys. I can't go without my bows. All right, so this guy is just about painted up. All right, so see the difference? Now that's gone. It just looks better, looks more finished. They are color street nails, if that's what you're talking about. I missed the comment. Yes. Of course, they have buffalo plaid. As you can see, I have buffalo plaid. It's an overlay. So yes, hit up your color street girls. If you guys need one, I got one. I can give you her name. Okay, so we got our bees painted. So we are good there. All right, so we're going to bring our board back over. And we're going to just place these on here for right now. And I envisioned it something like this. And our timer's going again. And it's Cheryl. Okay. All right, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to put these just kind of like, okay, and then we're going to put a big butt bow up here. Yes, that's the official term, big butt bow. All right, so now the same thing here. These are peel and stick as well. They all have the adhesive back. So we're just going to peel that off, stick her down. And I am deliberately leaving this space up here because I want to put a bow up there. Can you please pick someone else, Kathy? Oh, come on now. You deserve it too. All right, so let's just get this lined up. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get them started. Once they get started, you got it made. And to be honest, with the color street nails, it makes your nail a little thicker, so I do sometimes have a little trouble peeling it off. Because my nails are thicker with the color street, I can't get underneath it. I have used before like a little file / little pick thing to get underneath. So, you know, if you have a trouble doing it, that's a good way to do it. Okay, we're getting there. We've got just the happy to do. And this sticky is really sticky, so it's not going to come off. I mean, you could pry it off if you tried really hard. You would ruin both pieces, though. You would ruin the surface it's on and, you know, the piece that you're peeling off. So make sure it's kind of a one and done. Make sure when you're doing it when you push it down, that's where it's going to be. All right, there we go. So we have it all peeled. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Look how cute that is. Gonna get these out of the way and we're gonna make a bow. Yes, thank you all the newbies. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna set that aside for right now. And we're gonna start with some floral. And I have, these are both from Hobby Lobby. I get them half off. This is $5.99, so for $3. And then this one is $7.99, and you get all of this. Okay, so let me grab my wire snips. So I want this to be kind of full, so let's go. Now, all of y'all that are really good at like the wreath making and stuff, don't watch this because I don't know that I do this quote right. I do it the way I do it and it works, and that's me. So let's see. We're going to push these up. Now, these are all, you can just push these. They're not like permanently stuck in place because I want these to be a little fuller. I don't want them to be so skinny. So I'm going to just push them all up to the top, and then I'm going to cut off this stick. We don't need all that. Yes, Hobby Lobby, the floral is that what's on sale? Yes, the floral is what's on sale right now. I was just there yesterday, and it's floral on sale. Ribbon will be on sale next week. Okay, so we're going to cut those. All right, so now all I'm going to do is stagger these. Just folding or putting them on top of each other, and we're just bundling them because this is going to go across the top up here. Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of wire. Yeah, right? I think we all get in trouble at Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I definitely do. All right, so I'm just twisting this all around, pulling it pretty tight. Okay, so this is going to be our little floral bundle. Isn't that going to be cute? Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. All right, now we're going to make one of my bows. So to start with, we're going to take a piece of twine. Hello from North Carolina. We're going to take a piece of raffia. Let me find my raffia. I got it back here. Kathy gets me in trouble. Now, Cheryl, you do that all on your own, girl. I just give you the ideas, and you just got to do it too. So, I'm so sorry. All right. So, I'm going to take this, but see how it's really wide in this spot? I'm going to take my thumbnail and just separate it into like 3 different sections. All right, and then I'm just going to match up my ends again. We're going to match up our ends, and then I'm just going to make a little loop. And I'm just going to do the same thing, back and forth all the way down. So all of you folks that are watching, are you guys raffia fans or no raffia fan? I love my raffia. Almost every single thing I do has some raffia on it. And I love making bows. Okay, so we have our little raffia bow. All right, we're going to set that aside. That's going to be what we tie all of these ribbons with. I like to start with a nice chunk of burlap on the bottom. And I get these at Hobby Lobby when they're on ribbon sale, half price, because this is $10 for this big roll. But it's only, you know, $5 when it's half off. Much more affordable. All right, and I'm just kind of sizing this up. And then we're going to just kind of match the sizes going down ever so slightly with our other ribbons. So of course I got to put some buffalo plaid in here. And I have this darling yellow plaid. Ooh, you guys are getting blown out. It's got the little pom-poms on the side. Love this one. All of these are from Hobby Lobby. Now this one is from Amazon, but look at the bumblebees. Isn't that adorable? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail all of the ends. To do that, you're just gonna grab both ends, fold it in half, and then you're gonna cut from the outside bottom to the up into the inside. So then you have a dovetail, okay? We're gonna do that on all 4 of them. You bought these ribbons, huh? Okay, yes. I am a pusher when it comes to the ribbon. I love my ribbon. If you're new to my page, you will soon find out that I'm a ribbon hoarder. I definitely love my ribbon. I cannot let a cute ribbon go by. I can't do it. All right, now get rid of these scraps. Now, the bow I like to make is you take this piece of ribbon and you fold it basically in thirds, okay? And you just cheat the ends down just ever so slightly. So you have a little folded piece like this, okay? And then we're just gonna lay that down. And these have wire in them, so they fold nicely. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the thirds, flip it over. How are we doing on time? Ooh, we got 3 minutes. We gotta hurry. Okay, we're gonna do this. Might have to glue it on after we get off, but we're gonna do this. All right, so now we're gonna just tie our ribbon, or our raffia, over the top. When I work with a wide ribbon like this, I like to pinch it with my fingers first before I give it a tie. Okay, then we're going to take our floral bundle, we're going to lay that right on top and tie. Okay, I'm going to cut that off. And all we got to do is glue it on, but I'm going to show it to you guys right now because I'm running out of time. Okay, look how precious this is. Isn't this darling? So I'm going to go ahead and put our we could ship to Canada, but it would be an additional charge because that's definitely not in our pricing. So if you're interested in something, let me know and I can get back with you of what that would be. I'm putting down a ton of hot glue here. And then we're going to just press this right down into that. I'll hold it up here so you guys can see it while I'm in this darling. All right, guys, so my time here is just about up. I want to make sure that you guys know to make sure you're doing these things for my page. It does tremendously help me out. I appreciate you all watching today, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed our little bee project. Isn't it darling? I just love these bees. I think they're just so cute. Okay, guys, my time is up. So I'm going to let you go and have a great rest of your night, and I will be live tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.